There are reports that some restrictions are eased in Kashmir ahead of a major Islamic festival. More than 250 ATMs are now functional in the region's main city, allowing people to withdraw money ahead of Monday's Eid festival. Authorities, however, still acting with caution after huge protests over the Indian government's decision to withdraw the region's political autonomy. Communications remaining at a near total blackout for the seventh day. For more, let's go across to India-based journalist Maha Siddigui. She joins us from New Delhi today. Hello, Maha. Thanks for joining us on CTV News Channel.
Thank you, Akshay, for having me.
Maha, what is the situation in Kashmir as we speak today? We understand there is unprecedented amount of security and police and a curfew that has been reimposed.
Yes, absolutely. Reports coming in from Srinagar, the capital of Jammu and Kashmir, that curfew will be reimposed. The announcement is going to be made. We have seen people stepping out of their house, especially because of the festival of Eid, to make some purchases. But it has been largely, a sense of caution that even people are exercising. We've seen some of the biggest bakeries in Srinagar having a lot of their, delicacies still lying with them. The purchase is very slow, and people have been cautious about stepping out as well. However, the government is trying to give a sense that things are normal. The National Security Advisor of India, Ajit Doval himself, has been in Kashmir Valley. He's been trying to meet locals there to give a sense that, these restrictions are temporary. They will be lifted once the government feels that the situation is well under control. So yes, of course, all eyes are firmly, trained on Kashmir, even as far as the rest of India is concerned. People are concerned about the fact that some of the leaders continue to remain under detention. There has been some amount of criticism of the government as well on that count. But the government insists that the situation is very much under control. It has also refuted reports which came out in certain international media that there were some large-scale protests. The government here said that there have been no large-scale protests, and the gatherings have not been more than 20 people at a time, and they have been able to control the crowds.
You know, it is being said, like you pointed out, there is a large-scale criticism that this move of the Indian government of degrading Kashmir's status from a state to a union territory is undemocratic because of elected leaders in the Kashmir region were not consulted and put under house arrest when this was going on. So what does the Indian government have to say to this?
Well, the government has been saying that it was well within its rights to have revoked Article 370, which provided special status to Jammu and Kashmir. It was the instrument of accession, and it was only a temporary measure, the government says, even under the Constitution. So the government was well within its rights to have revoked Article 370 is what the government has been saying. Even in Parliament, what the government has said is that because the state of, at that time, the state of Jammu and Kashmir was under President's rule, the Parliament in Delhi could have taken all the decisions on behalf of the state assembly over there. Now, of course, Akshay, we know that Jammu and Kashmir is no longer a state. It has been bifurcated. Jammu and Kashmir is one union territory with a legislature, and the other union territories, Ladakh, without a legislature. The criticism has largely been that the regional parties have not been consulted. Mehbooba Mufti and Umar Abdullah, two of the biggest leaders in the valley of the National Conference and the People's Democratic Party, have been under detention. Mehbooba Mufti has been tweeting. She called the day the decision was taken on Monday to revoke Article 370 when the bill was brought in Parliament. She called it a dark day. However, the government insists that this was very necessary for not just the integration of Kashmir, but also for the economic development of the region.
Right, Maha, the other thing is, the other stakeholder in this problem, this dispute is, of course, Pakistan. We understand your neighbours have taken this decision of the Indian government to the UN, while the US is also keeping a close eye and monitoring the situation. So is the Modi government concerned about the international watch on all of this?
Well, the government is taking, the government has, in fact, Akshay, been saying that this is an internal matter of India. And on the day that these bills were moved in Parliament, that very same day, the Ministry of External Affairs here in India had, in fact, spoken to various envoys of various countries here and briefed them They said that this is an internal matter, that they tried to help them understand the parliamentary process.
Hmm.
And that is why we saw that the reactions that came in from most of the countries did acknowledge the fact that this was an internal matter of India. However, some of them expressed concern over the situation in Kashmir Valley specifically. To that extent, the government has been trying to allay concerns and fears. However, as you are mentioning, Pakistan has given a very sharp reaction to this. On
Right.
Wednesday, we saw them saying that they are downgrading the diplomatic ties with India. The Indian High Commissioner to Islamabad was asked to leave. He returned only late last night. The Pakistani High Commissioner to India designate had not yet assumed duty here in India. He is not going to be coming here. Shah
Okay.
Mahmood Qureshi, the foreign minister of Pakistan, rushed to China and has been claiming that China is going to support Pakistan in taking this matter to the United Nations Security Council. But we haven't heard from China yet.
Okay, so high tensions that continue not just in India, but also in the entire region, including Pakistan and China. Maha Siddigui reporting there from New Delhi on this story. Appreciate you joining us. Thank you.